Assalamu alaikum. How are you, dear students? I am Rizwan Khalil from the Physics Gurus YouTube channel. Today we will start another unit of O-Level Physics 5054. The unit is unit number 26, radioactivity. In this unit, we will learn different concepts, that how many types of radiations are there, how we can detect those different types of radiations, what is difference between fission and fusion reaction, what is background radiation, what is half-life and carbon dating and the formation of stars. So let's start this unit. We will start this unit from learning outcome E, and that is the definition of radioactive decay. So radioactive decay is the process in which emission of any type of radiations takes place, alpha, beta or gamma, from nucleus. So what is its definition? The process of emission of any type of radiation, alpha, beta or gamma, from nucleus is called as radioactive decay. So from this definition, it is also clear that there are three types of radiations: alpha particles, beta particles and gamma rays. So there are three types of decays as well: alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. In unit number 27, in detail, we will discuss that what is meant by alpha decay, what is meant by beta decay and what is meant by gamma decay. Okay. Also, there are two types of radioactive elements. One is called as natural radioactive element, and other type of radioactive element is called as artificial radioactive element. So how many types of radioactive elements are there? Two. Number one, natural radioactive elements, and number two, artificial radioactive elements. Likewise, there are two types of radioactivity as well. Number one, natural radioactivity, and number two, artificial radioactivity. So now I will explain two different types of radioactivity as well two different types of radioactive elements. Now we will discuss the difference between two different types of radioactive elements and two different types of radioactivity. So how many different types of radioactive elements were there? Two. One is called as natural radioactive element and other is called as artificial radioactive element. Likewise, there are two types of radioactivity. Number one is called as natural radioactivity and number two is called as artificial radioactivity. Now we will see the difference between these two different types of radioactive elements as well as two different types of radioactivity processes. First of all, definition of natural radioactivity. Definitely it includes the definition of natural radioactive elements as well. There are some elements in nature for which value of Z atomic number is greater than 82. In general, these elements emit radiation. So these types of elements are called as natural radioactive elements, and this type of radioactivity is called as natural radioactivity. So I have used the term atomic number over here. Atomic number is represented by capital Z. And what does it mean? Number of protons in nucleus. So the elements for which value of Z is greater than 82, in general, by nature, these elements emit radiations, and these elements are called as natural radioactive element, and this type of radiation is called as natural radioactivity. One important aspect of this sort of radioactive element is that these are unstable nuclei. What does it mean? That they are unstable by nature, and after emitting radiation they want it to be stable nuclei. The other type of radioactivity is called as artificial radioactivity, and those elements are called as artificial radioisotopes. So let's see what is the definition of artificial radioactivity. Some elements which are not radioactive but they can be rendered, changed as radioactive elements by bombarding them with number 1 protons, neutrons or alpha particles. Such elements are called as radioisotopes and the process is called as artificial radioactivity. So the elements which are not radioactive by nature, those elements can be changed into radioactive isotopes by bombarding with them protons, neutrons or alpha particles. We will study or we will discuss the term isotope in unit number 20. So far we have studied the definition of radioactive decay. Then we have studied that there are 3 types of radioactive decay: alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. Then definitely we have studied the difference between natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity, as well as natural radioactive element and artificial radioactive elements. Now if radiation is there, then definitely we have to detect that radiation. In order to detect the radiation, we will use an instrument or a device which is called as detector. Detector is a device or an instrument which is used to detect the radiation. There are many detectors which are being used for detecting the radiation. Likewise, Geiger-Müller tube or GM counter or GM tube. Then solid state detector, ionization chamber, spark counter and photographic film. These are different type of detectors which are being used to detect the presence of radiation. So what is detector? A device or an instrument which is used to detect the radiation. So how many types of detectors are there? There are different types of detectors are there. Geiger-Müller tube, or it is represented by GM tube or GM counter. Solid state detector, ionization chamber, spark counter, photographic film. The mostly common used detector is GM tube or GM counter or Geiger-Müller tube. Other detectors may be used as well, but this is the most commonly detector which is used to detect the radiation. Now, how we can detect the radiation? Definitely, in order to detect the radiation, we definitely need or we definitely required number 1 radioactive source which emits radiation. Now, detector consists of 2 parts. Number 1, it consists of the part which is called as detector, and the second part which gives its reading, which gives its value, is called as counter, data logger, scaler or rate meter. So in order to detect the radiation, what is required? Number 1, radioactive element which emits radiation. Number 2, detector which will detect the radiation. And number 3, counter or data logger or scaler or rate meter, which definitely gives the value of radiation detected by the detector from radioactive element. So how we can calculate count rate? Definitely, in order to calculate the count rate, number 1, we require detector. Number 2, counter or rate meter or scaler. And number 3, stopwatch or timer. This part 3 is very important. Whenever we want to measure the count rate, so count rates mean value of radiation measured in a particular time. and in order to measure the particular time we will use stopwatch. So I hope that learning outcome is clear to all of you, that how many types of radiations are there? 3. How many types of radioactive elements are there? 2. And how we can detect radiation by using detector, and how detector works we have already studied that.